Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
I would never do something like that. First of all, I have a girlfriend who I love very much.
Her name is?
Michelle.
Michelle. What's she look like?
She's super tall.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
What a mess.
Wow! Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
So if Chris has the flu, is it potentially coming out both ends? And if it is coming out both ends, how proud is his dad, Sauce?
He's beyond proud, man.
Okay,
but,
just curious. I figured you would bring it up. I just wanted to know.
yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you asking me that question right away because I don't know if I can hold it in the entire show.
Just like Chris right now?
Yeah, I don't think he can hold it. He must be super sick if he isn't here the past 2 days. Like really, really, really sick. Ugh. Gross.
Yeah.
I hope the guy feels better, man.
I think I would have missed last Tuesday and Wednesday if we hadn't had those 2 days
really?
off. I was pretty sick, yeah.
I
bottomed out. But
what?
Oh, sure. I
Oh.
bottomed out. Cashed those tickets.
Boy. Did that ruin your New Year's Eve plans?
Yeah. And how bad did you bottom out that you would have missed 2 days of work?
Yeah. Yeah, what situation did you put yourself in?
I mean,
hey, man.
take on more than you can chew, Core.
Yeah.
I'll take on as much as I want to chew.
Well, yeah, but you got to
The
get
exact amount.
You got to go to work the next day.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you do.
Again, was that Christopher Walken, Andrew Dice Clay, or just you?
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, you do.
I have a feeling if I really work on a walking, I think I could pull off a walking.
You just work on walking.
Yeah. Well,
It's good for you. You get outside, you get vitamin D, you get that crisp, clean Minnesota air.
You need to work on walking after you bottom out.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
I don't think you know what's going on.
I never know what's going on.
All right, so Chris isn't here again. But Max is there, Zach is there, Sauce is there, I'm Corey. Marnie will be here later.
What about
Bonus is still drinking beers around the world.
Yep. He'll be back a week from today, though, right?
I believe so. Yep. Chris is still shooting it out both ends.
Attaboy.
Yep. I don't know if he's bottomed out, Zach. Sorry.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Hey, Saucy, as Zacho just turned 30 yesterday and your son turned a week, right?
It's 8 days. Yeah.
Yep. You know, now that you're even 8 days in, do you already feel, when you look at little Louis Lambert, when you look at his face, you're like, there's no way that's a Berkeley.
It's funny you bring that up.
It's weird, right? Once you name a kid something, you just can't see the other name. Like,
correct.
It's not that's a Louis, right?
Yeah,
you look at him,
Louis,
you're like, oh my God, we almost named this thing Berkeley Lambert?
Yeah.
It doesn't look anything like a Berkeley.
Yeah, I thought about that yesterday when I was holding him. I'm like, we were going to name you Berkeley? That would have been terrible.
Yeah, you're Louis.
Yeah, you're Louis. Yeah, you're
it's
Louis.
not even close.
Yeah, Louis Michael Lambert. Yeah, man. So, yeah, I 100% agree. I was thinking that exactly yesterday. I'm like, you're not a Berkeley. I'm sorry I was going to name you Berkeley.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
You might have gotten beat up a little if you were Berkeley.
No,
Lambert.
again, let's rewind. Here's the deal with Berkeley. Cute name for a gal. If you had named Louis Lambert Berkeley Lambert, if he was anything less than the starting quarterback for his high school football team, he's in huge trouble.
Right, or the captain of the Edina hockey team.
If he is, then it's a badass name.
Who cares if he's Cindy Lambert at that point? Right.
Right, that'd be cool. They'd call him Sin.
Yeah, right, correct.
You want to go in the Sin bin?
Right.
Right. If he's the quarterback or the captain of the hockey team,
he can be
Berkeley can do whatever he wants.
He can be Donna if he wants.
Right. But if he's anything short of the starting quarterback, Berkeley is going to be locked in a locker.
You are correct.
And have snack packs dumped on him by the O'Doyles.
Yep, you are correct. O'Doyle's rule.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah. He's
once you name your kid, there's no turning back. You just can't see him as anything else.
No. I call him Steve a lot too.
I'm sure he loves that.
No, I don't think he does. But, it's
what's your wife think about
she
that?
She thinks it's kind of funny. She's gonna,
for now.
Yeah. For now, correct. Yeah, yesterday, it's amazing how, like, even, like, at 8 days old, like, he, like, look at me a little, like, when I say his name, and that is so, I don't know, I just can't get over that. Like, I know he's a baby, but, like, his personality and who he's going to be is in there, and every once in a while it shines through, and it's, like, the highlight of my day.
I wonder what it's going to be.
I hope he's, I hope he's funny. I hope he has his mom's kindness. And I hope he's good at sports, or else he's going to, yeah.
What if he's unfunny, unbelievably cruel, and unathletic?
Well, then he can go live with his Uncle Peter and hit on internet bots all day.
Your uncle was texting me yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He was asking if I wanted to bottom out.
Yeah, and you said, yeah.
You said, I'm so perfect for you.
Yeah. Did he hit on you?
No, his spot's going to have Initials Game Live in like a month.
Line, yeah.
He's like, Dov's going to be there. Sauce is going to be there. Lawyer Lambert's going to be there.
Of course, Lawyer Lambert lives an hour and a half away. Why the hell is Lawyer Lambert going to be there?
He just said, he's like, I don't know what your maximum amount of Lamberts is, but he sounds like they're all going to be there. Can you show up? I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. That's fine. That's a lot of Lamberts, though.
Yeah, Louis.
I'll
bring Louis.
Oh, Louis going too?
I'll bring Louis, yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of Lamberts.
I think it's at Loose Line Brewery, and I think it's February 4th. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll bring Louis. Yeah.
How many times have you cried with arms wide open?
Oh my God. That one song.
Wait, in the last 8 days or just in general?
The one song I sent you, that one Creed song I texted you about like a month ago.
Oh, yeah.
That song absolutely bangs. Did you play the Creed Nickelback bit?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. It must have been early because I was listening to some of the best stuff, but yeah.
Oh, man, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, no.
You should miss the show more often so we can do fun stuff.
Gladly.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I miss you so much.
He's
right there.
Yeah,
You are so perfect for me.
Yeah. Between 60 and 70.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Why did I not text him that back?
Yeah, you
oh,
should've.
man. I'm so mad at myself.
Yeah, you should have.
Oh, what an opportunity to troll him. I wonder if he would have known. Did he listen? Did he know that we were trolling him about that?
I hope.
No chance.
Can you imagine if he was like, hey, any chance I can get you to show up on the 4th? I'd have been like, you are so perfect for me.
Yeah.
If he would have been unbelievably confused or immediately known what we were talking about.
No, I think he would have
just
been
like the
confused.
listeners right now who didn't listen yesterday that have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, I'll just say this, and I'll continue to say this, and I'm not naming any names. There will be no names mentioned. But there are multiple people I personally know, I've met through this business, that constantly on the internet don't understand the etiquette of the internet. You don't need to follow every single gal that's on OnlyFans. You don't need to like and when that auntie gal posts some picture of herself and says, which one do you like, the left or the right? You don't need to respond. You don't.
Wait, who's responding? Who says left or right? You said you're not going to name names, but you're going to.
I'll tell you off the air.
Does this person have the last name Lambert?
I'm going to find this tweet. I want to know before we get to off air.
We don't need to respond.
You said
Oh, Jeff.
We don't need to.
Oh, no.
You're a grandfather.
Right.
Come on, man.
No, not my dad.
Okay.
It's Peter.
Oh, Peter?
All the time. There's other people who we know, Corey, that
for sure.
follow every busty lady that's ever been on the internet. Stop it.
Yeah, you and I have a couple times played a game, and it sounds like we're just trolling to look at hot chicks, but it's like, let's click on a hot girl on Instagram and see if a couple of Twin Cities media personalities follow them, and about 50% of the time you're like, there it is, followed by so-and-so.
Every time. Almost every time.
Almost every time.
Every time. Don't follow them.
Jeez, they don't know how to not leave the footprints.
And then
they leave a trail right to Auntie's left or right.
You ever heard of a burner?
there's somebody who
They don't know what burners
works
are.
here that follows every single female on Twitter.
Yeah, that's Rosie.
Real or not?
Everyone, right,
Mark
right,
Rosen.
Max. Everyone.
Half of them are bots.
My wife will be like, "Oh my God, so and so, my friend from oh my God, Rosie, why do you like? You don't know that? Why do you? He follows.
Do you remember?
every
Do you remember
woman.
when we were talking about this after the show? What was it? A couple months ago, we were talking about it in the hallway, And he's like, oh, yeah, for sure. And he immediately ran down the hall, and you're like, that guy definitely just learned that we can all see who he follows.
100%.
And he was going to go start unfollowing stuff. We watched him panic walk down the hallway.
We did the bit that the classic Minnesota, classic Midwest bit where you talk about something like it's Corey's problem, but
Right
it's
in
really
front of him?
Zach's problem.
Yep.
Right. That's exactly, and he 100% was
Because
like
we
that.
said the other person's name. We're like, yeah, so-and-so follows all these gals. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
We know. We can see. And he's like, yeah, you can see it. Yep, you sure can. Hey, I got to go.
It was like the Skeletor meme. He just ran away. Yeah. He 100% knew.
Unfollow. Just
There's
panicking.
somebody else who like 2 weeks ago, we talked about that one lady that's made like $40 million.
Sophie Rain.
A very prominent person in this state follows that person. And like every other
Twitter?
woman that's on OnlyFans or on Instagram, yeah.
I don't follow Sophie Rain.
It's not you.
I don't think anybody's going to care if you do.
Yeah, I don't think she cares if you do.
If you're like, I'm doing it for research, I go, that sounds pretty
It would be
believable.
really
actually.
funny if it was just Rosie and Zach for each one of these ladies.
What are you doing, Zach? But yeah,
Sophie
doing research.
Rain.
yeah, brilliant. God dang brilliant. That
She
song
makes-
wailed.
She makes so much money.
Yeah.
If all those receipts are accurate, it's like $50 million.
Jesus.
I mean, what does that say about our country and
Yeah,
men?
it's over.
Men like to see people naked.
I agree, but you know how much the internet's ever gotten out of me for that kind of stuff in my entire life? $0.
Yeah, same.
Zero.
Each their own.
Zero. Who
Zero.
once paid $50 a month to watch a lady act like a dog?
Oh, the guy with the flu. Who's shooting it out both sides, probably. But he hasn't told us that. I'm just assuming.
Well, no, he didn't he make you pay for it, or he put it on your credit card but gave you $50, right, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I technically paid for it, but he paid me back.
He did.
I got reimbursed.
He did. Of course he did. He'd still pay you.
Classic work reimbursement, you know.
You should tell him you've been paying for that app for 2 years, and he'll gladly pay you back.
Dude, I'm little hockey when it comes to that stuff, man. I got like a notification. I'm like, I got money out for Paramount Plus. I don't remember signing up for Paramount Plus, and then I find out
You're the one.
I've been subscribing to it for like a year, and what I realize is, Big Brother, the TV show, used to be able to like watch like live cameras, and I think I was like drunk at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, you were masturbating to that show?
To Big Brother?
I'm not.
Zach, come on.
I didn't eventually.
But that's why you got it at 1 a.m.
eventually.
What do you mean? You stopped mid-stroke?
It just didn't work. They were all sleeping.
My God. Wait, so you just admitted that at one point in your life, you went on Paramount Plus so you could watch Big Brother so you could masturbate to it at 1 a.m.
Well, they have the live cameras like 24/7.
What are you thinking they're going to do?
Why don't you just watch porn?
Yeah, correct.
To each his own.
Oh, God, Zachary.
Big Brother?
That's rock bottom. The Big Brother 24-hour cam.
Just
Yeah.
go to Instagram.
This was like a year ago, so I'm better now.
You were
But you're
stroking
still
it.
paying for it.
No, he was in his 20s then.
Right. Come on, man.
He was a different person.
I really do feel like a different person now.
What'd you do for your birthday? Yesterday you turned 30.
I went
You
out,
said you had nothing to do.
I ended up just going out to dinner with the fam.
Where'd you go?
I don't want to say.
Oh, no.
Said it was terrible.
Why? Because it was terrible?
With your family or a family that's last name was Fam?
No.
Did you tell me you had to go home to watch Big Brother?
Why was it terrible? A place you normally like? The food just sucked this time?
Yeah, the food. I guess my food was fine, but my mom got a hair in her food, and then they brought it back, and then they brought it back again, and there was another hair that she didn't see until like the end.
Oh, boy.
So that wasn't great. The service was not the kindest and not the greatest. And I'm not like a whatever, man. I don't care, but it was just she was the waitress was not very prompt. Like it was. There's a little bit of a kick in the mac and cheese and you have to have a beverage, and so going at least 15 minutes, and I'm not even exaggerating. We timed it without a refill. That wasn't fun.
Paul, your hands up.
That lady Woodhawk.
1,000%.
Not prompt waitress.
Yeah.
Man, I have no way of knowing, but I'm going to guess yes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we didn't even get a description.
Yeah.
We don't know if she's 18 or 80.
Oh. I couldn't tell either.
If she's on OnlyFans or Instagram, we could just click on a couple of local Twin Cities media members and see who they're following and maybe find her.
This guy, Max, just pointed out this just random woman that Rosen follows from Slovakia. He's
probably, hang on, he's probably trying to mentor her. Hopefully her journalism career is up and running.
He's just a fan of Slovakian
it's
history.
100% a bot.
Don't click any links and replies.
Yeah. Day trader stocks, masters in economics. Rosie follows him.
Of course.
This is going to be a fun game today.
Again, a couple years ago, I have it screenshotted somewhere on my phone. There was a really attractive gal that popped up on my feed, and it was somebody that I didn't follow. This is Twitter. I'm like, why is this on my feed? This is like, it says Mark Rosen liked on top of it. I'm like, he clicked on it. So now I see it.
Yeah.
I don't like that part of the algorithm. Have they changed that?
Yeah, they changed that. You can't see people's likes anymore.
Yeah, that was,
Rosen might need to go into witness protection.
Right, correct.
Wait, there was a high school football coach in Minnesota that got fired because he liked a couple of videos on his personal Twitter.
Just hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
Yeah.
And
no reposting.
No.
Just...
he said it was like an accident, which maybe, a
couple of them.
Well, I think it was actually just one, but the parents didn't like that.
I used to kind of shake my head at that stuff too. You know how many times I've accidentally bookmarked something on Instagram?
All the time.
On Instagram, and not even egregious stuff. Just when you're doom scrolling, you accidentally hit the bookmark button. You're like, what did I just bookmark? Now I got to go back like 3 or 4 and figure out which one I have to unbookmark. I'm not trying to bookmark anything. That's something else I've never done on social media. I've never bookmarked something for later. Sounds like Zach does that with the Big Brother 24-hour cam.
Why are you masturbating to that, Zach?
I'm like trying to see. Man, he follows 6,000 people.
Rosie?
6,300.
Yeah, 6,230 of them are women 18 to 24.
Right.
The Rozone. Hey, while you guys are scrolling to see what
Lisa Ann.
Of course. While you guys are scrolling to see who Rosie follows, if you go all the way back to the beginning of the Power Trip Morning Show, but specifically I'd say like the first 5 to 7 years of the show, my God, did this show love lists.
Yeah.
Somebody posted here's the top 10 fast food items you can get on a Tuesday. We'd be like, there's 3 segments. Mm-hmm. We just did every list because we loved them, right?
Yeah.
You debate. That's when we were super, super phone heavy. It'd be like, why don't you call us up and tell us what you like for fast food?
Do you like curly fries?
Exactly. It was just, we love doing lists.
Yeah, correct.
And then over the years, it's like, oh, God, they just get kind of boring. We look back, man, the show was terrible, right? But we were having fun.
Why do you have a list?
I have a list, and I just can't wait to talk about it.
Can't wait.
Do you guys ever go on Rolling Stone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, they released the 50 greatest video games of all time.
Let's go.
And I would like to debate and discuss when we come back, shall we?
I can't wait. Can we do this till 9?
Sure. Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
All right, welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. Corey Cove, Meat Sauce, Max Fuller, Zach Halverson. Marnie will be here in like an hour or so, which is good because she doesn't care about video games.
No.
We can talk about this before she gets there.
This will be great. I'm pumped.
So we don't have to go through all 50 because, look, you can go to rollingstone.com. But they basically say that the greatest video games of all time have to hold up. So, for example, GoldenEye is not in the top 50, which is egregious because it was a game changer and it was groundbreaking. However, it does not hold up. It is not fun to play anymore. I've tried it. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But it was a game changer, right? All of the great first-person shooters don't exist without GoldenEye, right?
100%.
Because even though there were shooters that were a little bit like that before, some of the PC ones like Doom or Wolfenstein or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing was like the multiplayer on GoldenEye. That was the game changer. But like GoldenEye didn't make the list. I can piss you off even more, Sauce. Mario 3, not on the list.
Which is ridiculous. Mario 3 should be on the list. Mario 3 is one of the greatest video games of all time.
Mario 64, not on the list.
Wow.
What?
That's egregious.
I'm actually really shocked.
That game absolutely is still fun. That game holds up.
Yeah,
so
you can
much
still
fun.
play it. So let me go through quickly some of these top 20 just so we can debate.
And does Rosie follow him on Twitter?
He does not follow Rolling Stone on Twitter.
Okay.
He does follow Maxim, which I believe is no longer in business.
I think he also now follows Joy Taylor on Twitter.
I'm sure he does.
Sure he does.
I'm sure he's quickly trying to mentor her. Number 20 is Mario Kart 64 from 1996, which game changer, unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I played it a billion hours.
Same.
Now,
So classic.
Mario Kart 8 on Switch is infinitely better.
100%.
The graphics are clearly better.
Yeah.
The mechanics are better. And they have all the old tracks that they retro-fitted
That's
for the new.
sweet.
It's
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 is elite.
It's the best. It's basically
the
a
best.
of the whole series.
Of the whole series.
Which is sweet.
So
I should get a Switch.
I was thinking,
You
I
should.
still have yours.
Yeah, I know. Do you
so-
play it?
I haven't in a while. Number 19, Baldur's Gate 3. Not familiar with
I don't
that.
know
It
what
came
that-
out in 2023.
That's like a church
People
game, right?
loved it.
Number 18, Madden 2004. Specifically 2004,
Which,
they're saying.
Zach,
That's about when I stopped playing
I think
it.
that's the last version before they took over and wrecked the whole
I think 2005 would have been the last one before they got the exclusive.
Was our guy Culpepper on the cover of Madden 2004?
Very close to that time. Not sure.
It was Vic.
Oh, yep. That game
Number
was
17 is Diablo 2 from 2000.
Maxo?
I never really got into Diablo, but that game is still going strong. Diablo 4 just came out, and people still are obsessed with it.
Yep,
man.
that's a huge deal. Number 16, Saucy Saucerson. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Man.
How's it
Man,
It should be
it should be way
way
higher.
higher.
That is a game changer of a video game. That is a video game that we all played. We all had fun playing it.
It's top 5 all
It's
time.
top 5 all time, and it's not. I mean, it might be top 3 all time.
Sure.
That is one of the best put together video games ever created, and I wish the third one would come out sooner rather than later.
It'll be 10 more years.
Yeah, which
number
sucks.
15 is The Witcher 3. My wife played that and loved it. That was from
That's
2015.
That's a church game.
Number 14, Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, I mean-
Mortal Kombat did not make the list. I was always a bigger Street Fighter 2 fan than Mortal Kombat. I liked the characters more on Street Fighter.
Yeah. Street Fighter 2 is a game changer. That was a super fun game. That game still plays. They still have super big tournaments for that game.
Yeah.
Isn't Marvel versus Capcom still a huge thing?
Yeah, it just recently came back. It was one of those games that was kind of in limbo forever. They couldn't re-release it because of all the copyright stuff, but it just came back. And yeah, Street Fighter still has. I mean, it's one of the biggest fighting game scenes in the entire world, and people still play 2, 3, and 2 and 3.
2 is the best.
Yeah. Street Fighter
Max and
2
Zach, you guys weren't even born for this. Did you guys ever get into Wolfenstein or Doom when you were older?
I just recently played Doom for the first time like a year or two ago, and it's so much fun. It's just it's
cool.
very chaotic. Yeah,
because I mean, we couldn't believe it.
Yeah. We
My
couldn't
friend
put it
Reed
down.
had Doom,
Yeah.
and I went over to his house, and I'm like, how is this even a thing? This is the best.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. How cool it was.
We had it,
And
too.
it was creepy.
Yeah.
Now you look at the graphics, you're like, why did that even remotely freak you out? But when you were 13, you're like, this is scary. What am I going to have to shoot around the corner? Then
Doom
now you
was
look at it and
great.
you go, what? That's like the lamest looking demon thing I've ever
Do you
seen.
remember Duke Nukem? That
Of
game
course.
was
Duke Nukem was all time.
so
Number
bad,
12, World of Warcraft. Brilliantly trolled by South Park.
Yeah, brilliantly. Never played
Warcraft is massive.
One time, there's a true story. This is not made up. This is not fictitious. One time, me, Luke, and Sean had a serious conversation about having an intervention with Randy about how much he played World of Warcraft.
Like, how do we peel him
like,
away?
Like, not a joke. Like, we would go over there and we'd hang out at his house. and he would just sit at his computer.
Like the guy on South Park.
100%.
Just crushing
and
kids.
just crush it. He would play it for hours, and we were going to have an intervention with him.
Number 11, Halo from 2001.
I mean, that's a game changer,
I have
right?
played Halo 0 times.
What?
Wow.
Never.
Oh,
not
dude,
once.
it's so much fun. That was one of the first games that I was obsessed with.
And that was instant addiction.
Yeah, 100%. Those games still hold up. I just beat Halo 2 the other day.
Number 10, Super Metroid for Super Nintendo 1994.
No idea.
So much fun.
Yeah,
Really? I never played
great.
those
Yeah.
Metroid games are fun.
Super Metroid was elite.
it. Never played it.
Number 9's in my top 5 of all time, Skyrim 2011.
Yeah, never played it.
So again, Skyrim is Grand Theft Auto and is Red Dead Redemption and is Breath of the Wild. It's all of that. It's just Game of Thrones, right? Instead of the Wild Wild West with Red Dead Redemption, or instead of just shooting up a city like Grand Theft Auto, that's what Skyrim is, with just dragons and spells. It's awesome.
People
Awesome.
still
Number
make
9.
mods to it to this day. It's crazy.
I was absolutely addicted to that game for about a year and a half. Hundreds of hours of fun too.
Yeah.
Number 8, Final Fantasy VII. Never got into any of the Final Fantasies.
All-time game.
All time. That's David. I think that might be David's favorite video
So
game
much
of all
fun.
time.
And it's 3 discs long. So when you actually beat it, you feel like you accomplished
Like you
something
did it.
legit. Yeah.
Number 7, never played this one either. Metal Gear Solid from 1998.
Yeah. David loved that game.
Ridiculously hard, man.
Yeah.
You have to sneak around a lot. The whole point of it is basically to not get into fights, which is really hard when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You just want to shoot everything.
Number 6, Half-Life 2 from 2004.
I don't know what that is.
I've never played it, but it was like, it's one of those games that PC gamers, it was iconic for them. But I never got into playing games on the PC.
Number 5, The Last of Us, which of course is now a well-received TV show as well. But everybody loved that game. My wife played that game as well and loved it. Last of Us, number 5.
Yeah, David loved. I think that might be David's favorite video game of all time.
I think this one's egregious. I think this is the mistake. Number 4 is Super Mario World from 1991.
The Game Boy game?
No, the Super Nintendo one. It's fine,
Yeah, it's
but
okay.
Mario 3's better, and Super Mario 64 for Nintendo 64 is just better.
Super Mario 3, you could, if you went on this list and number 1 was Super Mario Brothers 3, you'd go, all right, maybe a little old and tired, but you could argue it's the best video game of all
It's
time.
in the top 50. Super Mario World should not be number 4,
No,
but
of
whatever.
course not.
Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, elite.
Yeah.
I mean, as Corey once pointed out, it's still like $60 at Target.
Yeah, why not?
Because people will pay it.
They still update the online mode. Some people have never stopped playing.
And
I like San Andreas better, but Grand Theft Auto 5 it belongs up there.
And when is the new one this year?
It's supposed to be, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Number 2, 1989's Tetris.
Yeah, elite, game changing.
All of us couldn't put it down.
No, it was one of the most addictive things ever. Yeah.
Yep. And number 1,
well,
definitely in my top 5.
Can we guess?
Yeah, for sure you can.
Old school?
No. 2017.
Oh.
2017.
I already said it once. I already mentioned it once.
Did I play it?
Zelda?
Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. That was a little too tough for me. There were moments where I got stuck and couldn't do it, but just the whole bit of it. The open world Zelda. Is the newer one? You never played it?
No, my wife did. And she actually told me that to not play it. She's like, I don't know if you're going to like this. I'm like, Breath of the Wild's a top 5 game of all time. She's like,
yeah.
I don't know. She's like, this one's a little more repetitive. She got a little bored with the new one.
Yeah.
But I never played it because I was busy with other stuff. And I kept saying I had some stuff I was working on that I needed to get done. And I'm like, if I pick up Zelda, then I'm never going to get that other stuff done.
Yeah. When's the new Switch coming out?
Don't know.
Supposedly, they say it's going to be announced before. They said in a meeting it's going to be announced before the end of the quarters, which would be March. And a lot of people think April or May.
Do we have any rumors or idea? Because I'll buy it.
Yeah, they said they've come out with a bunch of stuff. It's going to function the same as the Switch. The Joy-Cons will be magnetic, I think they said. It'll be backwards compatible, so you can play all the Switch 1 games on it, which is super important because a lot of new game systems don't do that anymore. But the only thing, we know almost everything about it. There's a leak almost every day about it. We just don't know the price point and when it's coming out.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait.
Well, it's like Cliffhanger in Price is Right. If they say 70, I say, sure, here's my money.
Right.
If they say $87, I go, great, here's my money. If they say $250, I go, great, here's my money.
TV show.
Nope. I pay anything. That's why they have us.
Yeah.
GTA 6, literally, because I'm going to spend hundreds of hours on it. If they said you have to buy a complete system just for that game, and it's a $600 system, I'd go, where do I sign up?
Yeah.
Right, that's a generational game. It comes out once every 15 years. I'll pay $600 for one game. And they know that.
Isn't the hot rumor that it's going to be $150?
Great, I'll take 2.
What?
Yeah,
Put me down for 2, Utah. Give me 2.
That can't be true.
I thought we read that.
That can't be.
It might. Maybe it's one of those bits where it's $150, but there's 19 different add-ons that you're paying for, and then that's the whatever Max exclusive this kind of package, and you pay $150. And I say, sure, take it.
That'd be a nightmare for the future of gaming if they put the biggest game, arguably of all, the most anticipated game of all time, and it's double the price of a standard game, and then some. That would be a nightmare.
But it should be more than $59.99, right? Because the games that are $59.99 aren't 15 years in the making.
We're up to $70 now.
Yeah, it's $69.99.
Yeah,
and all those games take a bajillion years to make. Now, if they started to make a game even 2 years ago, it might not even make the PS5, let alone the PS6. Like it would be late in the PS6. That's how long it takes to make all these games now. There was a game that just came out called like Anthem or something like that. They spent like 9 years making it, and they took it off the market within 3 months. I mean, some of these games are just, it's because they're putting so much labor into it that they're costing so much, but also because that's why these games are taking forever. So I would hate that if it was $150.
For some of you out there, quickly, Fortnite, number 45.
Of course.
Yep. No Rocket League, Zachary. God of War, number 39.
Elite game.
Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Let's go.
1999, number 37.
Classic.
Super Mario Smash Brothers Ultimate from 2018.
Yeah, people love that game.
Sonic 2 is number 35.
Oh, yeah.
Do you say Call of Duty already?
No.
Not one?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think so. Let me look. Wii Sports, number 30. That game was epic.
Oh, yeah. That game still hits.
Yeah. Minecraft 28. I don't think there's a Call of Duty on here. Let me look here. Sims, Tony Hawk. Oh, sorry, Zachary. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was number 22.
Which is, that was a good game.
Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops.
But
2.
Modern Warfare 2, I feel like is
Modern Warfare 2 is the
video
GOAT.
games are the best. My favorite is World at War, but I know they're not going to put that on there because it's not trendy. But
my top 4 in no particular order, because these are just like thousands out of thousands, and it's just like, it's like if you find the 4 hottest gals that Rosie likes or follows, they're interchangeable. You can't get better than those 4, right? Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
Zelda Breath of the Wild. Skyrim. GTA 5.
Yeah.
Those are my 4.
Yeah.
They're all perfect. Those 4 are perfect.
Mine's probably MVP 05. Red Dead. Let's see. Mario 3. Another game that I really, really, really liked was Aladdin on Sega. That game was super fun.
That checks out.
That game was hard as hell.
Yeah, it was fun as hell.
A lot of those Genesis games were tougher than
now. They didn't give a damn about kids back then.
Yeah. Toe Jam and Earl. Mike Grimm, top of your head, favorite video game of all time. You got this.
I'm going to say, and good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Pickaxe Pete on the Odyssey system.
That sounds made up.
Yeah.
It's a true game.
Pickaxe Pete on the, what the hell is the Odyssey?
So, a man of my age, way back, Atari was huge.
Yeah.
And so
I played Atari. What the hell is Odyssey?
Company comes out with a console called Odyssey. It was like the cheap knockoff version, although it wasn't cheap. And then they came out with all these fake. So Pickaxe Pete was their Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah.
And then Casey Munchkin
the generic.
was the Pac-Man.
Oh.
And it wasn't exactly it wasn't a total ripoff. They had the graphics weren't nearly as good as the Atari, but that in the Grimm household when I was young, that's
Big
what
deal.
we got. Yeah, we got the Odyssey.
So you did not have an Atari?
We did not.
You didn't play Moon Patrol or Joust
Just at friends'
or
house.
Jungle
Yeah.
Hunt?
I get
Jungle
depressed
Hunt?
listening
Yeah,
to you
Jungle
guys.
Hunt?
I realize, what have I done with my life? I haven't watched any movies, nor have I played any of those video games you just mentioned.
They
What a
will
waste
blow
of
your
my
mind.
life. Yeah.
Blow
they're
your mind.
incredible.
They're so incredible.
It's crazy.
Mike Grimm is here. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
The Power Hour goes live at 8 a.m. It's all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Watch it at KFAN.com.
All right, let's quickly dive
/watch.
into front page sports.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, I can. Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't that
okay.
the end?
Oh, no, I just want to make sure because
No. I thought you were done.
Yeah, what's your problem
I
today?
said KFAN.com, and then you started talking, and I didn't say /watch. And I
Oh,
was like,
well,
making sure that the board didn't.
no, we can hear you. You sound lovely.
Am I really that good?
Yeah.
I didn't say good. I said lovely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a difference.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores. Buy two, get one free for a limited time with Monster Energy. Mix and match any flavors you want. Those 16 ounces. Go get energized. Wake up at Holiday. It went green.
Yeah.
Today.
Good choice. As Dave from Denny's would say.
Call it like Ultra Paradise. I don't even know technically what flavor this is, but it's fantastic.
In the green can.
Yeah, I can't tell what it is. I don't know.
It's a nice morning pick-me-up for you.
It sure is. I don't know what it is.
How does
Maybe
someone-
like a lime? I don't know what it is. I can't tell. It's good.
Someone's so concerned about flavoring.
Right.
I would never drink something that I didn't know what it was called.
It's green. You know, it's like
it's green.
Horrible.
Yeah, but it's green. It's green flavored.
It's like Ecto Cooler. We didn't know what flavor that was, but
No, it
we
was
just
green.
drank it.
Tasted
It's
like green.
Yeah.
It's like that Lewis Black joke about NyQuil, right? It's the only thing on the planet that tastes like red and green.
Yes.
Mike Grimm. Last Friday you were in Charlotte. The team let you fly with, and you showed
Actually,
up and
did not fly with the team on this boat.
see.
Yeah.
They just
Why not?
cutting corners.
Well, they went Monday, and I went Wednesday.
How was Charlotte?
It was fine. It was chilly. Guardsy froze his ass off on the sideline. It was in the 30s by the end of that game. And he was
I didn't
doing-
know it got to the 30s in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, it was a
didn't know
little
that
chilly.
either.
And so I don't think he was properly prepared. He must not have known either. And so the Gophers win. He does the PJ interview on the field. He does one interview with the player. There's players everywhere. It's a big celebration. And I said, we'll have more interviews after this. We take a break. And our engineer says in my ear, Guardsy says he's cold, he's done, he's coming upstairs. Like, I guess we won't have any more interviews. Forget all these loyal Gopher fans that stayed up late to listen to the post-game interviews. And Guardsy just bailed on them all.
Just a prima donna.
Just a prima donna.
Yeah.
How about the mayonnaise dump, man?
How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's an unbelievable marketing ploy. Like I had many people texting me, because the game is pretty much over, and they're like, only reason I'm staying up now is to watch PJ get dumped with Mayo. Mm-hmm. And my mom's even texting me. She's like, she's watching on TV and listening. She goes, they went straight to SportsCenter. I'm going to miss it. And then apparently, based on what my mom had texted me at that time of night, she said, oh, no, they're playing it live on SportsCenter now. So they went to, I'm assuming, Van Pelt, whoever, and he's doing stuff. And then now let's go back to the live. And she was so pleased.
Because my guess is Duke's Mayo is like, if we're having this game, you're showing the
Yes, of course.
What do you think they paid Flava Flav to be in that Mayo mascot uniform or outfit before
we actually
dumping on
discussed
PJ
that
Fleck?
on the bus. What do you
10
think?
grand?
I don't know.
It's got to be more than that.
You think so?
It
I don't
starts at 75.
I don't think Flav shows up for anything for $10K.
Yeah,
No.
we were speculating. We thought 50, but maybe 75. I have no idea.
50 is for how little he had to do. Well,
Yeah.
50
Now,
seems
that
fair.
guy-
10 is
now that mascot was running around the whole game, but there's no way it was him the whole game.
Right. They
They
switched
had Tommy
costumes
the intern in there.
100%.
Yes, and
Flav's not.
yeah.
They didn't make Flav work for 3 hours. They made him work
In
for 30
disguise,
seconds.
right? And then I was impressed.
By the way, it would have been great if PJ Fleck, instead of just going, yeah, boy,
That was
PJ would have been
great.
like, and you are?
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what. That's so. That's
What if he doesn't know who he is?
That's what I said. Like if I'm the head coach, like I wouldn't have known. Like
You didn't know that was
I know
Flav?
of him, but
What?
I don't know exactly what he looks like.
Oh,
so I'd
man.
be like, who's this dude? All right, hey. But he was in it. PJ right off the bat did the.
Yeah, that
You
was
don't know
great.
what Flava Flav looks like, even if you don't know. Even if you can't name 3 Public Enemy songs, he's been a huge part of the culture for like 35 years.
But I think if he had walked in here, I would not have been able to say. If we're just sitting here and he walks,
if he's not wearing the clock.
I don't,
what?
I don't care what he's wearing.
CLOCK.
I don't think I would have been able to say, "Oh, hey Flav, how we doing?" Yeah, I don't think I would have.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, PJ did.
He did, and he got the he got right in, and then he said, "Holy crap," which was great.
He did. He said, "Holy crap!" Glad he didn't say something else.
Yeah.
What were the lines that you were going to try to sneak in?
So
or
the Rock was from Charlotte.
Okay.
So we had, and I fumbled a little bit on the line because I just. You'll hear how I fumbled.
Oh man, last one of the year.
Last one of the year.
Oh no!
And, I mean, it still got delivered. It just was, there might have, just a little bit of a flub on it. But you'll hear, and I forget what movie it was from The Rock. But the line was, you don't get abs like these by eating peanut butter patties.
Oh yeah.
Was it Jumanji or something?
No, it was something else.
One of those bits that the Kevin Hart and him were in. Was it one of those bits or Jack Black?
Let me look. I'll see.
I thought Hawk said it was Jumanji.
I don't think it was Jumanji. I got to find it here.
The Game Plan.
The Game Plan. That's what it was.
Oh my God!
Who's watching
All time.
that film?
Just Chris.
It's fantastic.
Oh my God!
I doubt Vin Diesel's watching it.
You don't get abs like these eating peanut butter patties, you know?
Oh, see, it'd have been nice if I'd have
Who
heard
could
the line
forget?
ahead of time. Yeah.
Who could forget that famous line?
Yeah, The Game Plan.
I quote it all the time.
And the
could have asked
delivery
me if
of
The
it.
Game Plan
Goosebumps.
was a movie or a video game, I would not have known.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah.
Okay, Zachary, do you have Mike Grimm's call of that epic rock line?
24-10 here. DT, do you want the... you're just going to gobble up this Mayo, aren't you? You're just going to eat it by the spoonful right out of the
no
Duke
question. It'd
Mayo
be a
jar.
great post-game snack just to have that, and, that would just be... It could be just ideal. I'd sleep like a rock on the plane.
Good and healthy. Hey, you don't get abs like these by eating peanut butter patties. I'm telling you that right now.
That's right, baby. You know about abs for steel. That's what you're at. Abs
Get
of
these
steel.
bad boys. Six-pack right there.
Yeah, there's a six-pack in there.
Or more. 2nd and 8 here for Minnesota. 24-10, 3:18 to play.
So I almost said cups.
Yeah, hard not to. Peanut butter cups.
Patties.
Yep.
So it was a little bit of a flub. And I didn't even notice it live. And when he just played it, Daryl referenced The Rock there. He said something about The Rock, not The Rock, but he said abs.
I was going to ask if that triggered your saying of the line.
Yeah, it did not. I was going down that path trying to set it up, and there we go. So that was it. Yeah, I'm a little
still another season of
I mean, the
Mike
Gophers
Grimm
get the
sneaking
win,
in
and I
lines.
just felt like it wasn't a win.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of flubbed on that line, but it was a nice win. 8-win season, which is nice as well. But
no more Brosmer,
we were
though.
talking about you go to these bowl games or the Final Four, you've been to that, and the media.
Yeah, I met Jared Fogle there. He seemed like a nice guy. What happened to that dude?
Have you stayed in touch?
He's in prison.
No, he hasn't responded to any of my messages.
Nothing. Weird. And the media usually gets some sort of a gift. We had 1 year we had a Buffalo Wild Wings pullover and different a bag you put your suits in, a carrying case, all that stuff. The media gift was a jar of Duke's Mayo with the label with a Minnesota Virginia Tech label that said Duke's Mayo. So, just a little handheld size. It wasn't even a nice family size.
Gross.
But it was fine. And so I was saying, are you going to just dip right into that jar? And there you go. But
wow, so they really cheaped out this year and just gave their own product away.
They had so many jars in the press box.
Ugh.
So many jars.
What's the greatest bowl media gift you've ever gotten?
Good question.
Well, there's one. So my very first bowl game here in town was the Insight Bowl. The Gophers played, was it Kansas or Iowa State? They played them both in back-to-back years. Don't remember which one went first. And the media that's why I said it. A bag, what do you call it? A bag, garment bag. You can put your suits in it. And it was a beautiful garment bag, and it had the Insight Bowl logo on it. And now nobody dresses up much anymore, but if I was traveling somewhere, I still have that garment bag. If I were to pack a suit today to travel somewhere, that's the bag I would use.
That's sweet.
And you got it for free.
Got it for nothing.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
When Gerdsey and I were going to the Final Fours, I don't remember all the swag bags we got. I just remember all the, like luminaries that I got to spend time with.
Like
Jared.
There was a year, it was like, who was it? It was like Fogel, Cosby, Darren Sharper.
Jeez.
Diddy was there. Who else?
Diddy?
Yeah, no,
Diddy?
it was
Kong?
Yeah,
who else was there that year?
Wow. This got weird.
Hey, were you there? This is a total sidebar. Were you there the year that, were you there when you interviewed Fran McCaffrey? Or was that after you were there, the Iowa coach?
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe.
And Gargi was there either with you or someone else, but he pulled out. I think it was you. You pulled out the. You pulled out the. What is Common's line about what is the line about high? The drug line, and
you're
you pulled it out on
something. Or
yes,
you're on something.
Yes, and you're either on something, you're on something, and McCaffrey just lost his mind, loved it. I think it was you.
Wow, that doesn't sound like me.
Yeah,
I don't know. So here's a lot of those trips, they give you just all these interviews, right? They just line them up one after another. And half the time, Gerdsey's so good at that because he knows all the coaches,
right.
He knows all the teams. I was just there to get out of town for a couple of days, right?
100%.
Like, this would be fun. Let's just go out. So I have such bad memory of a lot of those trips. I remember talking to Evander Holyfield about his barbecue sauce, and he could barely remember why he started a barbecue sauce company. Clearly,
because they're all trying to pimp their product. Yeah. They're getting paid to talk about something.
And it was like question one. It was like, so Evander, what got you into barbecue sauce? Oh, I like barbecue sauce. Awesome. And then how did this come to be?
He's been hit
a lot of different flavors of barbecue sauce. I was like, oh boy.
He's been hit a few times.
So again, that's why Jared Fogle from Subway was the best at Radio Row, because he would show up and go, all right, look, here's the deal. I love Indiana, like basketball. I think Kansas is going to make the championship game and this and that and boom. Okay, Subway. Okay. He would get Subway out of the way and then just boom. Right. 15 minutes straight, all he wanted to talk about was basketball.
Yeah, and there are guys, they're good. There are people who understand that's part of the gig, and then others who don't.
The other ones will try to talk about Subway for 12 minutes and then do 20 seconds of college basketball talk. You're like, we just did a 12-minute Subway commercial.
Oh, man.
So Jared understood the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was a pro's pro.
Jesus.
I'm surprised you haven't stayed in touch with him.
I've tried.
Yeah.
How is he not dead?
Although, again, Gerdsey will back me. We did mention the Taste Fairy, Common's Taste Fairy thing to him.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you ever heard of the Taste Fairy? It's a regional thing. One of our
I
coworkers.
remember that. He was in that pink tutu or whatever.
And Jared had no idea what we were talking about. Nor should he. It was a regional campaign, but he didn't seem threatened by the the Taste Fairy.
The Taste that was unbelievable. How did that come about?
I think
I don't know. Let's ask Evander Holyfield.
Oh, yeah, he would know.
I think a local guy that owned a local advertising company loved Common. Yeah, put him in that. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I had when I worked in St. Louis, Ronnie Lott. You get an email. You guys probably have your email flooded with, "Hey, we'll get you Ronnie Lott for 10 minutes, and he's going to talk about whatever." So this is Super Bowl week, and we're doing shows not at the Super Bowl, and from the studio, and like Ronnie Lott's available. California Avocado Association wants to promote guacamole for your Super Bowl party. So my buddy Tom Ackerman says, "Yeah, we'll record it at noon on what I'm making the date up, whatever Thursday." Ronnie Lott calls in. We're here with one of the all-time great safeties, 3-time Super Bowl champion, Ronnie Lott, and it's Super Bowl week here. Ronnie, what's your favorite Super Bowl memory? And I'm not messing with you. He says, well, when I was a kid, my mom would bring out the guacamole for our Super Bowl parties.
Come on.
Straight up.
Come on.
And
so he's good at it, too.
Yeah.
That's what he's getting paid for.
My God. And so he asked him 2 or 3 questions, and everything was back to, well, you should get guacamole. And he's like, okay, well, thanks, Ronnie. We appreciate it. Good luck. And the interview never saw the light of day.
Guacamole whales.
That's pretty good.
But how do you not say, well, I cut off my finger one time.
100%.
Whatever. Well, and then just get in,
Or I don't know. I played in Super Bowls.
Yeah,
I loved my mom's guacamole
when I was a
growing
kid
up
at a Super Bowl party.
Well, the true story is I cut off my finger cutting up guacamole or cutting up avocados to make guacamole.
So one of the the other things that Gerdsey was really good at is the people that run the Final Four media rows. they reward the stations who are willing to take anybody that they need to get run through. All right, so like, all right, we have these clients. We somebody's got to interview them. Can you help us out? And Gersey and I were always like 100%, because then we know we can get Evander Holyfield, right? If we say yeah. So what ends up happening though is you do a 7 or 8 minute interview, and it's, hey, so tell us about what you're up to, and they'll say, well, I started crocheting outfits for bananas that we shipped to Madagascar. And you'd go, what are you doing? Yeah, we send these banana sweaters to Madagascar. That's fantastic. What a great charity. And you do 7 minutes, and then they leave, and they're like, that was really good. You guys seem really nice. We're like, thank you so much for your time. And they walk away, and then somebody from like the Final Four West would want to go, could you just like bury that on a website or something just so we can say that it was posted? Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Sure. So then it goes to some KFAN.com site and then
keyword Madagascar.
And the banana people are like, so where is this going to air? We're like, oh, on the KFAN in Minneapolis. It's a huge deal. Big station. A lot of people. They're going to be super pumped about your sweaters.
Oh, my God.
See you later.
Yeah.
Anytime, any idea when Vander's stopping by? And you just got to wait for them to say, hey,
tell
you're
us
next.
about his barbecue company.
But
Oh,
that's,
my God.
to your point, Cord, that's how you guys and Barrero consistently got Bill Walton.
We always got the best guests because we said yes to everybody.
Because you would interview Steve Steverson about his pizza shop in Ohio.
Right, and then just bury it on Helvy's blog on KFAN.com.
Yeah. And then all Westwood One wanted to do was send a link to the guy and said, hey, you made it on the radio station.
Just to prove that it was posted 100%.
Yeah, no doubt. That's
what really matters after this? More of the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Come hang out with the Power Trips. Max Fuller, that's me, tonight at Rack's Bar in Burnsville for a Wolves watch party. Get there at 7 p.m. to watch your Minnesota Timberwolves in action and to sign up for your chance to qualify for first-round playoff tickets next year. Get the full details now at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Marnie should be here in like 25 minutes. Let's do some What Really Matters. Let's do scores and stats around the world of sports and in between. So also change your life with something else. First one might have a little bit to do with what Max just said, because the Wolves played last night and they play tonight. That game for the first, 20 minutes was about as bad as you can watch, and I thought it was pretty much going to be lights out. I thought we were going to lose by 50. The Wolves trailed by 19 at one point in the first half. Had a nice little run to end the first half to get it within striking distance, and then kind of kicked ass in the third quarter. Then hold on and beat the Clippers 108-106 and had 37 points. Julius Randle was terrible, but despite Julius Randle only having 5 points on 2 of 10 shooting, the Wolves win and come back from 19 down. They are at New Orleans tonight, though, Max, at 7 o'clock, like you just mentioned, for the old watch party.
Yeah, watch party at Rack's in Burnsville. Come hang out, party with your boy. But I kind of thought the same thing, Cor. I had the Wolves on the little TV, on the little screen last night because I was watching Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And I kind of thought it was over, too. But they had a hell of a third quarter. Anthony Edwards, he had 15 of his 37 points just in the third quarter. So they went off. Even though Chris Finch said a couple days ago he wasn't going to tweak the starting lineup, he did exactly that, and he put Dante DiVincenzo in the starting lineup in place of Mike Conley, and it seemed to work out, although it's a one-game sample size. DiVincenzo had 15 points and 9 rebounds. He's just been doing the little things well, and I think it's finally kind of translating into his offense. And yeah, Anthony Edwards, not only 37 points, but the key for me is 8 assists, because Anthony Edwards can play hero ball all he wants. But when we need the other Wolves to hit shots, he needs help offensively. If Jaden McDaniels can get into double digits, we're usually good on there. So Naz Reid had another great game. So it was awesome, and they snapped a 3-game skid. So hopefully we can see some of the same tonight, but it'll be tough against New Orleans.
Do you think? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to do about what really matters.
Do you think Julius Randle is going to be dumped in like a salary dump trade?
It would be for the best, and that's not just because I don't like Julius Randle's fit with this team. It just doesn't make sense to have done what you did, and you just let him walk for free. I get that this year was supposed to be just kind of a trial for him, but it's very clearly obviously not working out. If someone is willing to bite on that, if you can get anything, and I mean anything, for Julius Randle, I say you do it.
And then you put Naz Reid in the starting lineup.
100%. Or you could, exactly. You could just have Naz Reid in the starting lineup. That's one of the key factors. I thought that was one of the reasons we parted ways with Karl Anthony Towns in the first place, is to give Naz an expanded role. And as it is right now, if I'm Naz Reid, I can't imagine a playoff team in the NBA right now that wouldn't want a Naz Reid. So I would be seriously considering not coming back to the Timberwolves. So they got to start doing stuff to kind of, hey, we like you here, Naz. We know the crowd likes you, but the team itself likes you, and we see a future starting role for you. So I think that would be the move, Sauce.
Hey, Wemby's on SportsCenter right now. They're showing the Spurs and Bulls. And I saw that the Bulls had some chessboard set up, right? Because Wemby went viral a couple of days ago by playing chess in the park with some rando.
Yeah.
Is he good at chess, or does he just like chess? Like, is he world-class chess? Maybe not world-class, but is he a above average chess player, or is he just like dabbling?
I'm not sure that
Anybody
know yet. I don't know if we know or not yet.
Can the kid play or not?
I mean, he does everything else exceptionally. I can't imagine that he's not good at chess, too. How does he even have the time to be good at chess?
I mean, he had a childhood.
Did he?
You know, maybe.
I mean, when you're that good at basketball, most of the time you really don't.
Yeah, but again, maybe he grew up in the era, though, that you could play online, right? Maybe he's playing it on bus rides and airplanes and stuff. Who knows?
But he loves it, so he must be at least a little good at it. He's playing it in the rain, like in a random park in New York or something.
So that's to blame. Brilliant. That was funny, Zach.
What really matters is this.
The quickest commercial flight in the world is in Scotland.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I did.
From where to where?
Doesn't say.
Edinburgh to Glasgow or something? Or even less than that? It's got to be shorter than that somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's not very far, but still.
It's the shortest flight in the world, period.
It's got to be much shorter than that.
Looks like Papa Whitney? Yeah.
Or Papa Westray.
The flight is a mile, 1.7 miles.
1.7 miles?
You can walk it.
Yeah. The scheduled flight is it's a minute and a half.
How big of a jet does that?
No idea. Why is
Let's
that
try to buy
thing?
a ticket. Zach, try to buy a ticket.
Logan Air.
Could you walk the 1.7 faster than going through security, getting on the flight,
up and
waiting
down
for clearance to take off,
waiting for people to get their bags out of the overhead?
Wow.
You could walk faster. What am I missing?
Or Uber it.
I mean, it's across the ocean.
Well, then there's that.
No, you couldn't walk. Well, you could swim it. Could you swim it faster?
It's not a giant, by the way. It's not like a giant like Boeing.
It's literally a puddle jumper.
It's a prop, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a way to get over the body of water.
I guess, yeah.
I guess a couple people live on this random island, and it says that's like their lifeline for about 80 people.
Wonder what that cost. 1 minute
If
flight.
they're living on an island, they ain't thinking about it.
Yeah, probably. If you have to ask.
Yeah, you know,
do it.
It's not just Epstein. If you could just go back, islands are interesting, because if I won the lottery and had $1 billion, the idea of a private island sounds amazing, right? Terrible things happen on islands.
Yeah.
You're talking about the New York financier?
The same.
Yeah.
So good.
My God.
No,
Mr.
not
Beast?
Epstein. The Zach's reference. I understood Zach's reference.
Did Mr. Beast give away an island on that show, Zacho?
That's on Thursday.
I just watched the first episode yesterday.
It's infuriating.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I quit after one.
You're still mad about it.
It's ridiculous.
It's just stupid. They're all idiots.
I hate everyone, including Mr. Beast.
Yep, I hated every person in episode 1.
Literally, I hate all his friends. I hate Mr. Beast, and I hate all those people. And it's just so ridiculous. I would have sold those people out in a heartbeat for $100,000. Are you kidding me?
Without questioning it.
Yeah. Without even thinking. Some people are like, how could you? Bruh, I don't know you.
That's right.
If I went across the street right now to Costco and there were 1,000 people lined up, actually 999, they're like, hey, get in line. We're going to do Beast Games. And I'm like, we're doing what now? We're doing Beast Games. One of us is going to win $5 million. And I go, oh, yeah, I'll be number 1,000, sure. And then we walk into Costco and somebody goes, I'll give you $100,000 if you take these 10 people out. And go, The 10 people I just stood in line with? I don't know them. Give me $100K.
And then walk
What are you
back to your
talking
car.
about?
Yeah.
And if 6 of them were crying, going, I thought we were brothers, I'd go,
nope.
Me? The guy that was in the line with you?
Right. You were about to buy Lou.
What's my last name?
Yeah.
If you can tell me my last name, I won't take the
give you
$100K.
$1,000.
Idiots.
They're lucky that all I had to do was hit a button. I'd have slapped them all in the face for $100K.
Right.
I'm throwing fists for
Yeah, all you
$100K.
had to do was that. Now, the bad part about what your scenario is, you have to get out of that parking lot. But outside of that,
I love Costco. This is not dumping on Costco. Love Costco. There is not a Costco on the planet that is that has solid traffic flow. Who designed all of their parking lots?
This one in St. Louis Park.
Oh,
is
that
the
one's a
worst.
disaster.
That might be the worst parking
It's
lot
pretty
in
bad.
the history of
The one in
any store.
the one in Maple Grove is a nightmare. This one is terrible.
It's unbelievable.
There's that little
purpose?
four-way, or it's a four-way stop, but it's only two. Nobody knows who's
How
supposed
there's
to
not
be going.
a crash there every day, I don't know.
Oh, it should be almost every day.
Right, every day.
It's unbelievable. And I mean, again, not a knock on Costco. They might not even be in charge of the parking lot. I don't know, but the parking lot there is crazy. But yeah, man, think of the all those places, all those Costcos, the parking lots. You almost need a full-time traffic cop out there.
I would rather have just a giant field, like you're pulling up to Bonnaroo,
Like it's a tailgate
and then take a
bar, right?
monorail to a Costco than any of those traffic flows.
Hideous.
Yeah. Hideous. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com bring you wild news. Thanks, Catalyst. You can boost your build if you're a contractor out there by going to CatalystSupplyCo.com. The Wild hosts St. Louis, 7 o'clock on the Fan. And the Wild have the NHL's #1 star of the week, Marco Rossi, named #1 star of the week. 8 points in 3 games, Zachary. He had 3 goals, 5 assists last week. He's 23 years old. And 4 assists against Carolina. He's got 15 goals for this season.
Yeah, that's what happens when your star guys go out, and you need more of your other stars to truly step up, and he certainly has. He has certainly helped them last week with that big victory out at Carolina, and now just has continued to play very, very well. So we're hearing that looks like Middleton, his comeback is imminent. Is the word that Coach Hines used. So getting Middleton back will be very nice, especially in the wake of Spurgeon's injury. And hopefully we get Krill back as soon as possible. But he is still, quote unquote, considered day to day.
What really matters, though, is this.
I just had it. Okay, besides water, what is the most popular beverage worldwide?
Coca-Cola?
Coffee. Tea?
Tea.
Oh, wow.
Tea is the most popular beverage worldwide.
Makes sense.
They got those tea makers overseas.
Anybody here like tea?
I drink it like once or twice a year.
Same.
I like it when it's
once or twice. Yeah, 100%. It's all throat related.
It is all
Calm
voice related.
Calm down, Zach. No, 100%. If the throat's a little bit sore, then you drop the old tea bag in the old hot water and see what happens. Otherwise, it's coffee and energy drinks and water and Diet Coke.
What kind of tea do you like?
Mint.
They have that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We got everything. Right?
I've never actually. I'll admit it. I've never had tea in my life.
You've never teabagged?
Never had a tea bag in my life.
Do you know how to make tea?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
It's so easy, Zach. All you do is you warm up a bunch of water in like a mug.
Sure.
And then you just drop your tea bag in it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The warmer, the better.
So for if the voice is going, I'll buy tea. And again, as Meat Sauce says, maybe 3 times a year, whatever. The name of the tea I use is called Throat Coat.
Yeah, that's a video Zach and Tommy have seen. Yeah.
Are we late for break, Zach? We got to break quick here.
We should probably.
All right, let's wrap it up. One more after this before Marnie gets here. Mike Grimm is here. You want to hang out for a little bit more? We got nothing to do.
Whatever
All
you
right,
need.
right
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
The Fan.
Your Minnesota Vikings are in the playoffs, and that means more chances to feast with us. Join PA and Charge this Friday at Buffalo Wild Wings in Savage for a playoff feast. Join us as we get you set for the first round of playoffs against the Los Angeles Rams. Doors open at 8 a.m. Get the full details now at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
All right, more of what really matters. Mike Grimm is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. Let's talk Gopher basketball since you're here. Gopher basketball lost 89-88 to Ohio State in double overtime. So if somebody just told you that, if they just said the headline, all right, you lost to a team that's better than you probably, 89-88, double OT, neck and neck, you fought down to the wire, you blew it at the end, you'd say, no, they gave it their all. Right, our guy, Parker Fox, 8 of 12. 21 points. He played for the Gophers. He played 40 minutes, right? So he's scrapping, he's killing it. The Gophers shot 12 of 27 from the foul line.
Hideous. That was it. And Ohio State was what, like 29
of 33.
Yeah, so what is it, 17?
The 17 shot difference.
Point difference.
Yep.
And they lose by 1. 3 times Gophers were on the line in either regulation first or the first overtime with a chance basically to seal the game and go up 4, and they went 0 for 6 in those 3 trips. With good free throw shooters. It's just a heartbreaker. Just how can that be possible? But Parker played his ass off. He really had a good game. I think that was his best game as a Gopher. He made a steal late. I can't remember if it was regulation or overtime now. I think regulation that should have sealed the game. And it led to a dunk by Garcia, and then they went down. I can't remember how it went. They hit a shot, and then the Gophers got fouled, and they missed free throws. But 12 of 27. And now that drops them to 0-4 in the Big Ten, and this 18-team stack.
Yep.
You thumb through the phone, it's like 6 flips to get to all 18 teams, and they're the only team now still searching for a win. And they just, they had it 2 or 3 different times and just couldn't do it. And a little bit of a blunder. They fouled up 2, thinking that they were up 3. And so, you foul when you're up 3 to send them to the line. Mm-hmm. And so there was a miscommunication. One of the guys on the floor thought they were up 3, fouled.
Whoops.
Which is 4.5 seconds left. So Ohio State made both free throws, and we go to, I can't remember if that was regulation, I believe, or was that overtime?
That was the end of first overtime.
And
what was interesting about that is you go back to when they played in Orlando, and they didn't foul when they were up 3.
Yeah.
And so they changed the philosophy, and it literally damned if they did and damned when they didn't.
Yeah, and in this case, they fouled up 2. Which certainly wasn't the plan.
Right.
They're basically from the bench saying, if Mike Mitchell makes his free throw, we go up 3, foul.
Right.
And that registered in one of the guys' heads to, we're going to foul.
Whoops.
Yeah.
What really matters, though, is this.
What is the smallest country in the world?
Vatican City.
You are correct.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Been there.
Why would they call it city?
Just to confuse us.
It's a country. Just call it Vatican Country.
Highest literacy.
Why do you park in a driveway
and drive in a parkway?
Ooh. Deep questions here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Vatican sweet. Not everything that comes with it, but the city itself is pretty sweet.
No, you're getting emails.
I got to check it out. What's an email? Do people still complain on emails now, or?
I mean,
they do,
and the text line. But the first thing Corey does is turn that off
every day.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It is pretty vicious. I'm on a good streak of getting called the N-word on the text line.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome,
man.
Pretty sweet.
Like,
and like the bosses down the old hallway, and by bosses I mean Abbott, right? The comeback is like. Well, it's good that the listeners get to interact with you guys. And I'm like, I'm not anti-listeners, right? They've built this. I love it. I love that they listen. I love their support. I'm a big fan of a lot of them. I just can't imagine, like, let's say, and I'm not comparing myself or this show to Quentin Tarantino, but I can't imagine if Quentin Tarantino was making a movie, if there were 100 people that got to watch on set, and midway through the set, 3 of them just yelled, "This scene's not good!"
Yeah. Or, hey, why don't you try it this way?
That line wasn't funny, Quentin. I'd be like, I'm making a movie here.
Yeah.
If you don't like the movie when it's over, fine, but just let me make the freaking movie.
Right.
I just can't. I don't want instant feedback. Well, it's good though. They get to tell you this or tell you. I don't care.
Isn't half of it positive?
Yeah, because what motivates people to text a radio show is positivity. Overwhelming positivity. That's humanity in a nutshell. You know what? I thought that was a good line. How do I reach out to him and tell him that was lovely?
Yeah.
Marnie.
Like Corey,
I just believe too much.
Like
I know.
Corey has never sent an email to Fox or ABC. Why are you going to premiere the show Shifting Gears? Right? Like, you just move on. Who cares?
Yeah, you just move on.
Hawk can't wait for that show.
What is it? Shifting Gears?
Yeah, he can't.
Tim Allen and Kat Dennings.
Oh yeah, I
can't
did
wait.
see. Is that what that was?
A combination that all of us have been waiting for.
How many different iterations is Tim Allen going to have on that? Right.
Right. It's the same guy in every bit.
Every bit. What's the one where he's the sporting goods guy? Which is a decent show.
There's no way.
Last Man Standing.
There's no way that's a good show.
Yeah. Last Man Standing.
You've never played a video game, but you've watched Last Man Standing?
Show. Last week, you hadn't even heard of Moana.
No, I don't.
But you watched Last Man Standing.
Wait,
that's embarrassing.
So you watched Last Man Standing, and Zach over there went online to crank it to
the Big Brother 24-hour cam.
But he paid $50. Last Man Standing's free.
Is it?
Should pay you to watch that trash.
It costs a piece of your soul.
What was the first show?
Yeah.
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement. Thank you. Yeah.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Last Man Standing, Rotten Tomatoes, 14%. That looks awful.
Of course it is.
Who loves that show?
Hawk and apparently Grimm.
Hawk
yes.
loved it, yeah. It lasted 10 seasons.
It's a great show. What are you talking about?
It's 14%.
It's top 5 all. No, I'm not.
Okay. Marnie is here. We can do the news in a second. Her squad last night. Geez, what a roller coaster, Marnes. We can talk about that in a little bit as well, but they pull out a 2-point win against the Clippers. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.